Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do like a brown smoky eye, like a nude lip. I love a really good smoky eye with a really pretty nude lip. I love that. I'm filming on my camera again today, so I'm hoping the quality is a little bit better. Thanks so much for watching this video today, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave, and I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. I already have my foundation on just because I haven't used any new foundations. The only foundation I use is the Revlon Colorstay foundation, and it's for the combination oily, and I absolutely love this foundation. Like I say in all my videos, it's the only foundation that I use that doesn't break me out. So I'd rather spend $10 on a foundation than $40 and it break me out. So I stick to using that foundation just because it doesn't cause any problems in my skin. And that's the only thing I have on my face other than my primer, and the primer I used is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I love this primer, like I said in all my videos. I love this primer. I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into my concealer, and my concealer that I absolutely love is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I love this concealer. It dries down matte, it's not crease as quickly on me. I'm just going to pop that under my eye. I'm going to make like a small V. I'm not going to go all the way down, I'm just going to make like a small V. And I'm going to prime my lids with that. I'm going to blend that out with my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge, and I'm just going to take the end of it, I'm going to blend that out. I'm going to take it in between my eyes and down my nose a little bit, and then on my chin. I do put foundation on my lips just because when I put my lipstick on, whether it be a nude color or a really dark color, it makes my lipstick stay on, and it really makes it go on so much better and makes the color show up a lot brighter. So I just like putting my foundation on my lips. I'm gonna hurry and set my concealer with my Coty Airspun powder. Love this powder. This powder lasts so long. I barely have to use any of it, and that's what I like about it, and it's so affordable. I'm just gonna put that underneath my eyes. And I'm going to prime my lids with that too. And of course, I'm going to let that powder bake underneath my eyes. Like I always do, my face and my concealer and everything is pretty much just the same routine all the time. That's why I really don't film myself doing my foundation, because I do the same technique every single time. I do my primer, foundation, concealer, and I bake, and then when I'm baking, I do my eyebrows. That's just how I like to do it. And I'm going to go in with my favorite brow product, and it's the Anatasia Dip Brown in medium brown. I'm going to start at the bottom just because I like outlining my brows first, and then I like filling them in last. I just find it easier that way. I think that's good enough for my eyebrows, and I'm going to go ahead and take my NYX Brow Mascara, and it's in the color Brunette, and I just like to brush that through really quick. It helps to really set my brows in place, and I just kind of brush it back. It also makes them look a little bit thicker too. I'm going to leave that powder under my eyes still. I'm going to go in with a different contour shade today. I'm shocked because I always use my Physicians Formula matte sculpting bronzer, but today I want to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to take my NYX blush, and it's in the shade Taupe. This is really good if you have really pale skin or you don't like that really orange muddy looking bronzer, which I don't like. This is a lot darker for me, a cooler dark brown instead of like a light cool brown. What I'm going to do, instead of doing like a sharp contour, is I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into that NYX blush. And I'm just going to kind of warm up my face with that. I'm not really going to do like a sharp contour. I just want to put a little color into my face. I'm going to take it on my forehead a little bit. Take it on my temples. Because sometimes, like, I like doing like a really good contour, but sometimes I just like to use bronzer and just to warm up my face a little bit, because I am really pale. So like I find like where this bronzer or blush is a little bit darker than Physicians Formula, that's why I like using it as like an all over bronzer instead of like a sharp contour. That way it looks less muddy that way, and it still puts color back into my face. And I'm still going to kind of clean up my bronzer that I did use, even though I didn't really do a contour. I am going to clean it up, and I always like to take my Revlon Colorstay pressed powder, and it's in the color Light, and I love to just take this and bake underneath. Even if I do a bronzer or a contour, I just like to take that and just clean it up a little bit. And where I do get oily, I'm going to put it in between my eyebrows, down my nose a little bit, and on my chin. This powder, it really helps to control oil for me, and it really has more coverage as well. It dusts away a little bit of that powder that's on my eyelid, just because I don't want too much product packed on. So it did really set that concealer, but I'm just going to dust away any leftover that's on there. And the only eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using today is my Morphe 350 palette. I love this palette. Some of the colors are more pigmented than others, and some of them have more fallout than others, but that doesn't really bother me. I'm going to go into this medium cool tone brown shade, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. Take that on a medium angle brush. I'm just going to take that and put it in my crease. I'm not going to do like a super dark smoky eye. I'm just going to kind of stick to the medium brown tones. Pop that in my crease. I'm kind of focusing on my upper crease because I have hooded eyes, so I like to just kind of focus it on my upper crease. It's a pretty good base I have down. Next I'm going to go in with the shade right next to this one. It's like a medium to dark brown shade, and I'm going to take that on a smaller brush. I'm going to tap off any excess. There's a lot of excess on it. I'm going to pop that in my outer crease. I'm going to save my lid because I'm going to use like a brown shimmer shade. This is still going to be pretty smoky. This has a lot of fallout, but that's okay because I have that powder underneath. I'm not taking it up into my brow bone. I'm just going to focus on my outer corner. And I am going to take a bigger brush and blend the rest of that in. I'm going to go back in with that medium tone brown shade, dust off the excess. Just building that medium tone brown shade. I'm kind of taking it in my inner crease too, just to kind of build that color up. Bigger clean brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend that out a little bit more. Just so there's no harsh edges. I'm going to dust away a little bit of the fallout that I do have. And next I'm going to go in on my lid, and I'm going to take this really dark brown, and it has like a shimmery shade in it. So what I always like to do when I use shimmer shades is I like to go in with it first. It has quite a bit of shimmer in it. What I always like to do when I use shimmer shades is I like to spray just a little bit of setting spray on it, just a tad. That way it really stays on my brush, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. This isn't really like a shimmer shade. It kind of just has a little bit of shimmer in it. I'm just going to build that color. This is definitely going to be like a neutral eye on my lid. I'm bringing it up just a little bit because I do have hooded eyes, so I really want it to stand out. And pretty much that's packed on there. I'm going to take my small fluffy brush again, and I'm going to go into like this like a medium tan matte shade in the palette. And I'm going to go in at the top here, and I'm just going to blend all of those shades together with that. Take my bigger brush again, and I'm just going to blend that in even more. I shut my blinds because the sun was coming in really bright on me. So I pretty much have my top lids done. I'm going to go ahead and quickly highlight my brow bone, and I'm going to go into this Morphe palette, light pink shimmer shade. I love that for highlighting my brow bone, so I'm going to take that on my small flat brush here, and as usual I'm going to spray the brush a little bit. I'm going to pop that on my brow bone. I zoomed you guys in more so that you could see. I'm going to take more of that pink shade. This is a really good brow bone highlight. Take that same pink shimmer shade, and I'm going to hurry and just highlight my inner corner with that. I'm going to quickly dust this powder off underneath my contour because I actually forgot about that. Hurry and pop on some blush. I'm going to use the same blush I pretty much use all the time. And it's this really pretty peachy pink blush, and it's by the brand Dirty Little Secrets. And I got this in my Ipsy bag a while ago. And I'm just going to take that on a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to pop that on the apples of my cheeks. Just just to kind of put a little color on. And then next I'm going to start on my lower lash line, and I'm going to take this mustardy brown shade in this palette, and I'm going to pop that on my lash line. Take a little bit more of that on my other one. I'm really liking how this is turning out so far. I'm going to take that same brush I just used, and I'm going to go into that medium brown shade that I used in my crease, and I'm going to tap off the excess, and I'm going to focus that on my outer corner. Take a little bit of a bigger brush that I have here, and I'm going to take those two shades and just blend those in. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my Makeup Forever, it's just like a black kohl liner, and I'm going to pop that in my upper and lower waterline. I always close my eye when I'm doing this because it freaks me out. I think it also makes it easier too. Whenever I put black liner in my upper waterline, I really find that whenever I do my falsies, it really helps to blend in better. Doing all the liner in my waterlines, I'm not going to be doing a wing or any liquid eyeliner. My mascara, I always like to do my highlight first, just so none of the powder gets in my mascara. Take this highlighter in the Too Faced palette. I'm going to take the highlighter that's in it. As you can tell, it has been used. I'm going to take it on my Luxie highlighting brush, my cheek. I love this highlight. I'm going to take that same highlighting shade just because it's a lighter shade, and I'm going to pop that on my nose, the end of my nose, and a little bit on my bridge. I'm going to take a little bit more and put it on my Cupid's bow. And pop on some mascara, and I'm going to take my tried and true Loreal Lash Paradise. Love this mascara. I'm just going to coat my lashes because I'm going to be putting falsies on as usual. I'm going to take some of my favorite lashes to use, and it's the Kiss Demi Wispy lashes. Love these lashes. They're so affordable, and they're so comfortable to wear. And while they're drying, what I like to do is I like to just pop them off in the middle and just let that sit there for a second. And take my tweezers and just finish putting them on. And this glue that I'm using is white, but it will dry clear. What I love about these Kiss lashes is that they are really dramatic and thick, but the band on them is kind of thin, but yet they still have a good balance to them, so you don't really have to use liner when you use these. And I love that you don't have to use so much liner to blend it in with your lashes. Go ahead and pop mascara on my lower lashes. Lips are looking crazy. I'm going to go ahead and go in with I'm going to use one of my Kat Von D dupes. I absolutely love these dupes I have. I have 15 different colors. Amazing, amazing dupes. There's no name for these shades. It's just the number 12. And it's like this really pretty mauve nude shade. It's lingerie in the color Baby Doll. I love this. I like mixing it with a lot of different colors. And I'm going to go ahead and pop the Kat Von D first. It's a really pretty mauve nude shade. I really like it. Let that color dry down just a little bit. Then I'm going to take that NYX Lingerie in Baby Doll and pop that, focusing on the middle. Baby Doll shade makes it a lot more nude. I like it. Actually, I'm just going to put it all over. My finished look. I really liked how this look turned out. I hope that you enjoyed my video today, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave, and I will see you in my next one.